Hello everybody and welcome to the channel. We got the final game of this 3-game series between the Chicago Cubs and Cincinnati Reds. And let's take a look at the starting lineup for the visiting Chicago Cubs. Leading off playing first base is Phil Covart. Batting second playing right field is Riggs Stevenson. Batting third playing left field Hack Wilson. Batting fourth, playing center field, Kiki Kyler. Batting fifth, doing the catching, Gabby Harnett. Batting sixth, playing shortstop, Ernie Banks. Batting seventh, playing third base, Woody English. Batting eighth, playing second base, Billy Herman. And batting ninth on the pitching is Clark Griffith. Let's go to the Cincinnati Reds home team starting lineup. Leading off playing center field, Ed Rush. Batting second, playing third base, Eddie Casco. Batting third, playing first base, Ted Klawinski. Batting fourth, playing right field, Wally Post. Batting fifth, playing left field, Frank Robinson. Batting sixth, doing the catching, Eddie Bailey. Batting seventh, playing second base, Lonnie Fry. Batting eighth, playing shortstop, Roy McMillan. And on the mound, doing the pitching is Noodles HAHN. Let's get down to the field, get this game started. And leading off is Phil Cavaretta. And Phil's batting .267 with 1 homer and 5 RBIs for the Cubbies. And on the mound making his third start is Noodles HAHN. He's 2-0 with a 3.5 ERA. And here's the pitch to Phil. And that's going to be a base hit in the right field. Phil gets aboard with a leadoff single. And up to the plate steps Riggs Stevenson. And Riggs is batting .319 with 4 homers and 10 RBI. And that's going to be against the lefty. Make him a 14. And that's going to be a base hit in the right field. Let's see here. 30. That'll be a 44. See if he can get the third here. It's a 27 or lower. So let's see here. That will be a 53 or lower. He gets the third. And that throw from Post nails him. Phil gets up jumping mad. That's a single in the right field, and Post throws him out at third. And nice play by Wally Post. Gets Phil out of there. Took an awesome throw to get him, but he did it. So now you still got a runner on first, but now there's 1 out. And it brings up Hack Wilson. And Wilson's batting .182, 4 homers and 14 RBI. And that's going to be a 2 balls and no strikes. Here's the 2-0 pitch to Hack. And that's going to be a 17 and a 9. That's going to be a ground ball down the short. And they're going to get the lead runner at second. About a 6-4 put out. Now there's 2 down. And Kiki Kyler's up. And Kyler, he's batting .200 on the year with no homers and 5 RBIs. Hack Wilson down at first now. And that's going to be a fly ball. Nope, that's going to be a hit by pitch. Yep, he hits him. Hit by pitch. Kyler walks down the first, down the second. Cubbies ain't too happy about it, but I don't think it was intentional. Now you got first and second for Gabby Harnett. Gabby's batting .250 on the year. No homers and 1 RBI. And that's going to be a ground ball down the Mac. He'll go to the short way over to second. And that ends the inning. The Cubbies strand 1 and Post throws a runner out at third. What could have been Cubbies nothing. The Reds coming to bat. You got Rush, Casco, and Kaliski due up. And Ed is batting .349 with 1 homer and 10 RBIs. Clark Griffith makes his third appearance of the year, his third start. He's 2-0 with a 2 ERA. Here's the pitch to Ed. And that's going to be a rare play, a 39 and a 55. And that's going to be a 14. That's going to be a ground ball down the second. And that's going to be a nice play down there by Billy Herman. He grabs it deep in the hole, fires over to first for out number 1, and brings up Eddie. And Casco is batting .143, 1 homer and 4 RBI. And that's going to be against a righty, a 19. That's going to be a fly ball in the right field. Riggs makes the catch. That'll be out number 2 rather. Brings up Big Clue. Big Clue is batting .276 with 1 homer and 1 RBI. And that's going to be a rare play, a 37 and a 25. And that's going to be hit in the right field. And Riggs Stevens is out there. And a 14, and Riggs is going to make a nice catch out there. And that's a 1-2-3 inning for the Reds. We go to the top of the second, no score, as Ken Castro joins us here today. Final game of the series, exactly. It is. This is only a 3-game series. They're not playing a doubleheader today like most teams are, Ken. Yeah. And we got Banks due up, followed by English and Herman. And Ernie's batting .122, 3 homers and 8 RBIs. And that's going to be a ground ball down the fry at second, over to Ted for out number 1 here in the second. That brings up Woody English. And Woody's batting .209, 2 homers and 3 RBIs. And that's going to be a ground ball back to the mound. Noodles has got it. He fires over to Ted. 2 quick outs here in the second. Here's Billy Herman up now. And Billy's batting $118 on the year. No homers and 1 RBI. And that's going to be a ground ball to his counterpart, Fry, down at second. 1, 2, 3, go to the Cubbies. To the bottom of the second we go. Wally Post, made that fine play out there in right field in the first inning to throw out Phil at third. So up now, he'll be followed by Frank Robinson and Ed Bailey. And Post is batting $130. He's got 3 homers and 7 RBIs. And that's going to be a base on balls. Post trots on down to first with a leadoff walk. And up to the plate steps Frank Robinson now. And Robinson is batting .308 on the year. He's got 4 homers and 6 RBIs. Post down at first. And that's going to be a 10 against a 21. And that's going to be a pop-up down at short. Matter of fact, that's going to be a swing and a miss. He strikes Frank out with that Y. And you see Cincinnati's upcoming schedule. They go on the road, play Philadelphia for 2 games, and then on to St. Louis. And Ed Bailey's up now, batting $185, 1 homer and 2 RBIs. And that's going to be a ground ball down the short, 53 and an 8. And that's going to be fielding column 3. And that's going to be first on the air, runner to third. So that's going to be a wild throw by Ernie, and E6. Runner on first is going to get down to third. We got first and third now for Lonnie Fry. And Cubbies will play back for the double play here with 1 out. Try to get out of this inning. Fry's batting .261, no homers and 3 RBIs. And that's going to be against a righty, 17. And that's going to be a single in the right field. And let's see if Bailey, he doesn't have much speed, but Riggs doesn't have a great arm out there either. So there's 1 out. It'll be a 62. And Bailey's going to make it with no throw. So that's an RBI single. And a runner will get down to third. So it's still first and third. Lonnie Fry comes through, puts the Reds up 1-0. And here comes McMillan to the plate. Where's Mac at? How do we mess that up? There's Mac. And Mac comes up to the plate now. And Roy's batting .250 on the year. He's got a homer and 7 RBIs. Here's the pitch to the Mac. And that's going to be a 20. And that's going to be a fly ball out the right field. And let's see what happens here. 34 and a 1. That might be fielding column 2. Nope, that's fielding column 3. And that'll be a 59. And I think Bailey's going to score on the sacrifice fly. And he will with no throw. So that's a sacrifice fly by Mac. And that makes it a 2-0 ball game. And now Noodles comes up to the plate with a runner on first and 2 outs. And Noodles is batting 0 for 7 on the year, looking for his first hit. And not going to happen today. Not this at bat anyway. That's going to be a ground ball. Nope, that's going to be a swing and a miss. He strikes out Noodles. But the Reds score 2. And take a 2-0 lead as we go to the top of the third. Clark, Griffiths due up, followed by Phil and Stevenson. And Clark, he's batting .200 on the year. He has no homers and no RBIs. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Wally. Post makes the catch for out number 1. Back to the top of the order. Cavaretta is up now. Phil singled, got thrown out at third, trying to advance on the single by Riggs. Here's the pitch to Phil. And he's smoking hot today. That's going to be a single in the right field. Post gets over there, cuts it off, throws it in. So again, Phil's down at first, this time with 1 out. And Riggs Stevens up. Riggs 1 for 1 today. He singled, and like I say, Phil got thrown out at third by Post. And that's going to be 2 balls and no strikes on Riggs. Can he do something with this 2-0 pitch? And he certainly does. He squares it up. These Cubbies are trying to get right back in this game. That's going to be a single in the left field. And Phil's going to stop at second. So we got first and second now and 1 out for Hack Wilson. So the tying runs down at first. Go ahead runs at the plate. Wilson's batting .178. He did ground into a fielder's choice his first time up. And that's going to be a ground ball again down the short. 65. And they'll get the runner out at second. Mac will toss it over to Fry covering. So we got first and third now with 2 down for Kiki Kyler. And Kyler, he got hit by a pitch his first time up. Can he deliver here and get the Cubbies on the board? And no, he's not. That's going to be a ground ball down the third. Matter of fact, that's going to be a swing and a miss. And that's a big strikeout by Noodles. That ends the threat. The Cubbies strand 2. We go to the bottom of the third. It's still 2-0 Cincinnati. Top of the order due up here. Rush, Casco, and Big Clue. Ed's batting 0 for 1 today, grounded out the second. And that's going to be a base hit in the right field. The Reds got the leadoff batter aboard here in the bottom of the third. And up to the plate now is Eddie Casco. And Eddie, he flew out to right his first time up. And that's a tailor-made double play down to Billy Herman. Herman to Banks to Field. That's a 4-6-3 double play. And that ends that threat. Now you got Big Clue up with nobody on and 2 outs. And Big Clue flew out the center his first time up. And that's going to be a slow roller back to the mound. Griffith's got it. And that ends the inning. So the single goes nowhere. We go to the top of the fourth. It's still a 2-0 ball game. We got Harnett, Banks, and English due up. And Gabby, he grounded into a force play his first time up. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. And that is Noodles' second strikeout of the game. Brings up Ernie Banks now. And Ernie grounded out the second his first time up. And that's going to be another ground ball down the Lonnie. And another out. 2 quick outs here in the fourth. And English is up now. And Woody grounded it back to the pitcher his first time up. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Ted. He calls off. Noodles takes it himself. And that ends the inning. We go to the bottom of the fourth. You got Post, Robinson, and Bailey due up here against Griffith. Wally walked his first time up, came around the score. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Wilson and left. He makes the catch. And that'll be 1 down. Here comes Frank Robinson up now. And Frank, he struck out his first time up. And that's going to be a 21. That's going to be a fly ball in the right field. Riggs has got it. 2 outs now. So Bailey here to do something with 2 outs in the fourth. And Bailey reached on an error and came around the score. And that's going to be a rare play, a 38 on a 64. And that's going to be a strike 1 on him. Here's the 0-1 pitch. And that ball's going to be lifted into the air. Let's see, maybe not. He hits righties real well. That'll be a 12. That's going to be a base hit in the left field as Bailey gets aboard here. So Bailey's aboard here with 2 outs. Reds trying to add to this lead. And here comes Lonnie Fry. Lonnie had that RBI single his first time up. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. He strikes out this time. And that ends the bottom of the fourth. The Reds leave 1 on. We go to the top of the fifth. We got Herman, Griffith, and then back to the top of the order. And Billy, he grounded out the second his first time up. And that's going to be a base hit by Billy. Let's see where this ball lands out. And that ball is going to land over the fence, folks. That ball is back, and going. Billy Herman with a leadoff homer here in the fifth, rather. And that was a no doubt about her over the left field fence. Makes this a 2-1 ball game. Now we got Griffith up now. And Griffith, 0 for 1. He flew out to right his first time up. And that's going to be a comebacker to Noodles. He tosses it over to first, settles down after the homer, gets 1 out. Cavaretta's up now. And Phil is having a perfect game. He's 2 for 2, 2 singles today. And that'll end that. That'll be a lazy fly ball in the center field. Ed makes the catch. Now there's 2 down for Rick Stevenson. And Riggs, he's also perfect today with 2 singles. Can he keep it up? And that's going to be against the 20. That's going to be a fly ball out the center field. Ed makes the catch. That ends the inning, but the leadoff homer by Billy Herman puts the Cubbies on board. It's 2-1 as we go to the bottom of the fifth. The bottom of the order due up here, McMillan and Hahn, followed by Rush. And Mac, he had a sacrifice fly his first time up. And that's going to be a ground ball down to English. He fires across the field for out number 1. Here comes Noodles up now. Anytime you can say Noodles in a ball game, you got to. Noodles struck out his first time up, and you can see the team comparisons. The Cubbies are 7-5. They've struck out 67 times, walked 49 times. They've hit 19 doubles, stolen 9. Have 9 triples. And the Reds are 6-6. They have struck out 62 times, walked 37, hit 26 doubles and 4 triples. And here's the pitch to Noodles. And that's going to be a ground ball right in front of the plate. And Gabby makes the play, fires down the first. And they get Noodles for out number 2. Back to the top of the order in Ed. And Ed's 1 for 2 today. He's grounded out to second and singles. And that's going to be a rare play, a 40 on a 13. And that's going to be a foul ball, strike 1. And he takes this 1-0 pitch, drives that into the gap. That's going to be a 2-out double by Ed. See if the other Ed can drive it in. Cass goes up now with a runner in scoring position and a 2-1 lead. Trying to add some insurance. He has flown out to right, grounded out to second in a 6-4-3 double play. And that's going to be a 19. That's going to be a single in the right field. And with Ed's speed and Riggs' arm, he should score easily here with 2 outs. That'll be a 52. Yeah, he'll score with no throw. Nice job by Eddie. Drives him in. Puts the Reds back up by 2. And now Eddie's down at first for Big Clue in a 3-1 ball game. Big Clue is 0 for 2 today. He is grounded out and flown out. Here's the pitch to Big Clue. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Billy at second. He'll go to short way to Banks, and that ends the inning. But the Cubbies give up 1, give that run right back. We go to the top of the 6th. It's back to a 2-run game, 3-1 Cincinnati. You've got Wilson, Kyler, and Harnett due up here. Hack is 0 for 2. He is grounded into 2 force plays. And that's going to be a 19 fly ball out to right field. Post has got it for out number 1. And Kiki's up. And Kyler, he has been hit by a pitch and struck out, has yet to put the ball in play. And that's going to be a rare play, a 40 and a 56. And that's going to be ball 1. Here's the 1-0 pitch to Kiki. And that's going to be a ground ball down the third. Eddie's got it, fires over to Ted for out number 2. And Gabby Harnett's up now. And can Gabby do something with 2 outs? He's grounded into a fielder's choice and struck out. And that's going to be another swing and a miss. And he strikes Gabby out for the second time. We go to the bottom of the 6th. It is 3-1 Cincy. And you got Post, Robinson, and Bailey due up here for the Big Red Machine. Wally has walked, came around the score, and flew out the left. And that's going to be a fly ball out the left field. Wilson's got it for out number 1. Frank Robinson up now. And Frank's 0 for 2. He struck out and flew out the right. And that's going to be a 21. That's going to be a ground ball down the third. English has got it. He fires across over the field. 2 quick outs. Here in the 6th. Here's Bailey up now, and Bailey singled his last time up. He's also reached on an error and scored. And that's going to be another base hit for Bailey. So he's been on base all 3 times. Ball lands in front of Riggs in right field. And Lonnie's up now. See if Lonnie can keep this inning going. He's 1 for 2 with an RBI single. He did strike out his last time up. And that's going to be a 36. And a wild pitch of 3. He's not. So that's going to be a rare play, a 64 and a 36 with a runner on first. 64 and a 36. That's in front of the plate. A 22. 43 and a 9 should be fielding column 1, and it is. And that's going to be batter out on a high infield fly, and in front of home plate, Gabby makes the catch in fair territory for out number 3. And we go to the 7th inning in a 3-1 ball game. We got Banks, English, and Herman due up here. Ernie Banks is 0 for 2. He's grounded out the second both times up. Not this time. That's going to be fly ball out the center field. Ed makes the play for out number 1. And here comes Woody English. Can he put the wood on this bat ball? Get a base hit. He's grounded out twice to the pitcher and the first. And that's going to be lifted into the air. And that's going to be caught out in center field by Ed again. 2 fly balls to center field, 2 outs. It's up to Billy Herman here to get something going in the 7th. Cubbies trailing by 2. And Herman has a homer in this game. He's grounded out the second his other time up. And that's going to be another fly ball, a record set by many. Ed makes all 3 putouts. And to the 7th inning stretch we go. After 7.5, it's 3-1 Cincy. McMillan, Noodles, and back to the top of the order in Ed. Clark Griffith still on the mound. Max 0 for 1. He had a sacrifice fly and grounded out the third. And that's going to be another ground ball down to Woody at third for out number 1. And up to the plate now is Noodles. And HAHN is 0 for 2. He struck out and grounded out to the catcher. And that's going to be a rare play of 36. 21 on a 36. And that's going to be strike 1 on Noodles. Here's the 0-1 pitch. And that ball is hit down the first. 23 and a 3. Phil's not that great of a fielding first baseman, but he makes a nice play on this one. And takes it himself. Nice scoop there. Gets up, runs over, and gets Noodles before he can get the first. And there's 2 outs and back to the top of the order. Ed's 2 for 3. He has doubled and singled. Came around the score on the double in the 5th. He grounded out to second in the first inning. And that's going to be a 40, a rare play. 63 on a 40. A lot of rare plays today. That's going to be strike 1 on Ed. Here's the 0-1 pitch to Rush. And that's going to be a base hit in the right field. So Ed gets aboard here with a 2-out base hit. Eddie Casco, he's already driven in a run today. Can he do it again? He's 1 for 3 with an RBI single in the 5th. He has flown out to right and grounded into a 4-6-3 double play in the 3rd. And he gets a hold of this one, drives that ball in the right field. Let's see what he does. Is it going to land in there for a base hit? No. Sorry, that's going to be a ground ball down the short, not a fly ball. And Ernie's up with it. He fires over to first. That'll end the inning. We go to the 8th. It's 3-1 Cincy. We'll have a pitch hitter here for Griffith. So he goes 7 innings. 3 runs on 7 hits. Let's see who's going to come off the bench here and pitch hit against Noodles. Most of the righties are already in the game. Frank DeMera is going to come off the bench. See if he can get something going here. Followed by Cavaretta and Stevenson. And there's Frank. And Frank is batting .333 on the year, no homers and no RBI. And that's going to be a fly ball out the post. And that'll be the first out here in the 8th. So 1 down, to the top of the order we go. Cavaretta's having a good game. He's 2 for 3. 2 singles and a fly out to center. And that's going to be another single in the right field. Fields aboard for the 3rd time. That brings the tying run to the plate. And Riggs Stevens. And Riggs, he is 2 for 3 with 2 singles and a fly out to center. And that's going to be the old dreaded double play ball. That's Taylor made down to Mac. Mac grabs it, throws it over to Fry. Over to Ted. 6-4-3 double play. Gets the Reds out of that. Nobody scores. To the bottom of the 8th we go. Big clue, Post and Robinson due up. See who's going to come out of the bullpen here. Got all these. Got a lefties and 2 righties due up. I think the Deacon's going to come out of the bullpen. Excuse me, when was the Deacon's last game? Yep. The Deacon's going to come out. Paskew. Claude, the Deacon Paskew is going to come out of the bullpen. And Claude, his 4th appearance, he's 1-0 with a 6.75 ERA. Like I say, he'll be facing the big boys. Big clue, Post and Robinson trying to add to this 2-run lead. And he needs to keep it a 2-run lead to give the Cubbies a chance in the top of the 9th. As Clinton Parks joins us here. And Ted is 0 for 3. He is flown out, grounded out, and hit into a force play. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Herman. And he fields it cleanly, throws over to first for out number 1. And here comes Wally Post up now. And Wally's 0 for 2. He has walked and flown out the left both times. And that's going to be a swing and a nope. That's going to be a pop-up down the second for out number 2. So it's up to Frank Robinson. Keep this inning alive and try to add an insurance run. Frank is 0 for 3. Struck out, flown out, and grounded out. And that's going to be against the righty, a 20. That's going to be a fly ball out to center field. Kyler's got it. 1, 2, 3 goes the Reds. To the top of the 9th we go. And Noodles is trying to get a complete game win here. Noodles will be facing the heart of the lineup here. The 3, 4, 5 hitters. Wilson, Kyler, and Harnett. Hack is 0 for 3. He's grounded into 2 force plays and flew out the right. And that's going to be another fly ball out the post and another out. 1 down here in the top of the 9th. And Kiki Kyler's up now. And Kiki is 0 for 2. He's been hit by a pitch, struck out, and grounded out the third. And that's going to be a ground ball down the fry at second. That's 2 easy outs here in the top of the ninth. And up steps Gabby Harnett. Can Gabby keep this game alive? He has struck out twice and grounded into a fielder's choice. Yeah, I hear you, Clinton. Don't blame you there. Got to keep them happy. Yep. Got to keep them happy. And here's the pitch to Gabby down to the last out. And that's going to be a slow roller down to, nope, that's going to be a fly ball out the left. Frank Robinson waits on it, makes the catch. And that'll end the game, folks. The Reds hang on. Great pitching in these 3 games. Great pitching. As the Reds take the rubber game in this series. 3-1. We'll check out the box score here. And the Reds 3 runs on 7 hits and no errors. The Cubbies 1 run on 6 hits and 1 error. Cavaretta had a nice game for the Cubbies, 3 for 4. Rig Stevens 2 for 4. Top of the order did it all. Billy Herman, the only one though with an RBI. He hit that solo shot. Cubbies were 0 for 3. Did not have many men in scoring position. Only left 4 men on base. Ed Rush with 3 for 4. Then you had Ed Bailey. It was the Ed show today, 2 for 3. And the Reds are perfect, 2 for 2 with runners in scoring position. They only left 5 men on base. Clark Griffith goes to 2-1, pitches 7 innings, 7 hits, 3 runs, and the errors cost him only 1 earned run. Walked 1, struck out 3. And the Deacon Pasquale comes in, pitches 1 inning. And Noodles HAHN goes to 3-0. 9 innings, 6 hits, 1 run, struck out 3, and the only blemish was that home run to Billy Herman. And let's check out the standings after this game on April 30th. I think you're right. They got decent pitching. So now you got the Pirates and the Giants in first place. The Reds, Cubs, and Braves, a 3-way tie for third right now, a half a game back. The Phillies a game and a half back. Dodgers and Cardinals 2.5 games back. Yeah, it is tight. It's early in the season. Like I say, they just all keep beating up on each other. That's what happened here with the Reds and the Cubbies. The Reds did take 2 out of 3. But yeah, nobody can really stretch their legs. As you can see, Pirates are 5-3, 6-4, 6-4, 6-4. The Braves are 5-5 in their last 10 games. The Phillies 4-5, Dodgers 3-7, and the Cardinals really are the only team struggling right now, 3-6. And Ed Delaney still leading with that 405 batting average. Mays with his 7 homers, and Hank Aaron with his 17 RBIs. And we got a new ERA leader, and Amos with a 1.69 ERA. And now we got 2 pitchers tied with 3 wins. Noodles and Kidd with 3 wins, and 3 pitchers tied with 2 saves. Hank Aaron still leading in the MVP voting, and Noodles HAHN takes over the best pitcher voting lead over Kid Nichols. And let's see what the next game on the channel is going to be. So all the games are there done. So let's see here. It'll be the A's against the Indians. Let's see how many game series that'll be. If the pitching's right, you got Combs against Josh. Let's see here. That's a 1. There's a double hitter. That's a 3 game. So that's going to be a 3 game series. You got 1 game on the 29th and then a double hitter on the 30th for the A's and the Indians. That'll be the next game coming up. Yeah, that's why I'm trying to get done this month, Ken. Get done April and have a whole month of stats. Exactly. Getting close to 100 games. See how many games I've played here. It's getting real close to 100. "93 games I've played in this Bats League so far." And it was getting close to 100. Yeah, that's cool. That is cool. And like I say, if you own Apba and don't own the bats, you got to buy it. It is a great set. I'm looking forward. I got to get started on that post 60 also because they're 2 great sets. Highly recommend them. A lot of fun. A lot of fun. Can learn a lot of baseball with it. Yep, that's for sure. And not every team's made equally, so you got your weaknesses. It's nice. Yep, it is nice. Get everything straightened out here and get ready. Like I say, A's taking on the Tribe. I want to thank Ken Castro and Clinton Parks for stopping in today. I want to wish Clinton a happy birthday. And if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, folks. Hit that bell for reminders. And on your way out, hit that like button and leave a comment. Till next time, you have a great day and take care.